I'm going to say something that not everyone's going to like, but we need to normalize calling the police at the first instant of domestic violence within a relationship. It needs to be standard.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amawumi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are looking at people's reaction to Brianna's story. Now, if you don't know about Brianna, she is an influencer who detailed how her boyfriend was very abusive towards her. She came online with pictures of her face, and she had a very dark eye. She had a black eye, and she talked about all the things that went through. I have a video where we checked out some of what went down. I will leave the link to the video in the description box and in the comment section so that you can check it out. And as usual, I will also leave the link to a page so that you can follow up on the things that happened after that video was uploaded. Now, in this video, we are checking out people's reaction to a story and what they think about everything that has happened. So we're going to check out what people have to say, and then I will come back to share my thoughts. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now let's get into this video.
So I'm receiving calls from my family, and also, like, first of all, let me actually start this over. I think the saddest thing for me is that, like, my sisters and whatever they have going on is such a minute part of the grand scheme of things, but it's like everyone's central focus. Not you all, but I guess, like, in my people. So, like, I'm receiving calls and such, and I'm seeing that they're saying, like, oh, we're going to post a story time with receipts. And one thing that stuck out to me this morning on a call was like, oh, well, they can say a bunch of things about you in your past, and I don't know. That's like their narrative. Like, oh, we can say all of these things, and we can tell everybody all of these things, and you've, got DUIs, and you've got this going on in this, and I can post your receipts, and they've directed people to gossip blogs and stuff. Okay. Okay.
That's terrible.
Okay. Post it. Post my life. Post everything I've went through. I'm 31. I've made a lot of mistakes. I lived a lot of life. So post it. If that's what you feel like you need to do to clear your name and, like, justify your actions, post it. At the end of the day, again, I did not say anything wrong. I did not lie. I literally posted exactly what happened with the exact screenshots and the exact timelines per this current situation. And it was only relevant because they commented on his page in support of him, and he reposted it to almost justify his actions. Otherwise, they wouldn't even be part of the conversation. And they would have never gotten brought up outside of people finding them on his page and going at them. I've also been accused of sending people to their page to harass, bully, and death threat or whatever. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that on here, but let's be clear, I never did that. I never told anyone to say anything to them, and I literally have nothing to do with that. Again, they would not be part of any of this if they had not commented on his page and people sent it to me like, why are your sisters defending him? And he reposted the comments. The traffic was aimed at his page, and that was his only post at the time, was the repost of my family and their comments, as if to say, like, oh, her own sisters agree with me. So has nothing to do with me. I hate that I even have to address it, and I'm exhausted. I'm truly exhausted, y'all. Like, I'm truly exhausted. I'm truly exhausted. I tried to go out with my friend today, and I just did not feel good about the way I look and all of this stuff going on. And I'm very, very sad, and I feel a little bit depressed. and I literally feel like, I don't know, I'm just having dark thoughts. I'm having very sad and dark thoughts. So, yeah.
Have you seen this creator story on TikTok? Now, I'm not going to tell the whole story here because you need to go to her page and listen to her tell her story. There's just a couple of things I want to touch on her story. And so I'm going to tell a very watered down version of her story. Like, again, this is her page. Go to her page and listen to the entire story. But essentially what happened is that her boyfriend is a bum. She's tired of paying for his life. So she was planning her escape, essentially, was going to go on a trip. He tried to go on the trip with her. She was like, I'm not paying for you. No. And she was trying to get away from him when she got back. After she got back, there were a couple of very public incidences of him abusing her in public, in her apartment, lobby, hallway, this, that, and the third. The security is letting him up to her apartment, even though she said, don't bring nobody up here. Go listen to the entire story. Like I said, I am just telling, not even Cliff Note versions of this whole entire story. But what blows me so hard about her story is her sisters are in support of her abuser. And her mom is mad at her because she outed she didn't even out the sisters. The boyfriend outed the sisters. Yeah, the ex-boyfriend outed the sisters because they sent him messages of support, and then he posted that, and then she put that in her video, and now her mom is mad at her for making this public.
I don't understand.
What kind of weirdos are you bitches? Like, even if I don't get down with my sister, how can I look at that woman's face and be like, you deserve that? What? What are you even talking about? And the mom not even being mad at the other sister. She's mad at her for telling her story publicly. Hey, they never hear from me again. I know that much.
I'm going to say something that not everyone's going to like, but we need to normalize calling the police at the first instant of domestic violence within a relationship. It needs to be standard. We need to normalize that behavior. There's a story making around on social right now from a content creator that goes by Love X Brianna. I'll tag it below, and what she's going through at the hands of her ex-partner. And it is just foul. The pictures alone is just mind-boggling. And this is why I say we need to make it standard that at the sign of any domestic, it needs to be called. If it's the man against the woman, woman against the man, I don't care. Woman against woman, man against man. Get the police involved, because this is to protect you. First and foremost, to protect you. We need to start protecting, and we need to start getting the police involved, because it's just way too many occasions of, unfortunately, people passing, and then we start asking the questions. Oh, but there was no sign. Everything looked all well and good. No, the reason why there was no sign is because people do cover up. We need to stop covering up for bad people's bad behaviors in society, especially when it comes to domestic violence. Stop covering for it. Get involved. By police getting involved, there's a track record. There's a record of what that person has done to you. So down the line, nobody can say, "Oh, you were quiet about it." No. You gotta voice up. It's just how the pictures is just nasty work. For someone to do that, listen to the story. I just couldn't. I just had to switch off, because I was like, "Yo, this is it just got me really, really angry." But yes, we need to normalize getting the police involved at the first sign of.
Brianna Williams' sister and mother got on this app and saw their sister and daughter looking like shit. I busted in black. Videos of her being terrorized by her ex, and got the nerve to be in her comments or in her text messages telling her that she needs to get her business off the internet and be private, and they're gonna cut her off and expose her. Baby, when I tell you I would never speak to them again, they would be like ghosts. Who? Family? Don't know what that is. Sisters? Never heard of them. That is disgusting. Disgusting. And you kikiing in the text messages with the man who blacked your sister's eye? Bro. Yeah, ain't no way. And I would never speak to them again. Never.
My sisters and whatever they have going on is such a minute part of the grand scheme of things.
Okay, so I just watched that video of the young lady, and I saw all the receipts. I saw her mom's text, her sister, whatever. Maybe it's just me, and I'll be 100%. I don't like my sister. One of my sisters, she did something. I don't even know if she know that I know she did something to me so unthinkable
that I'm always cordial. I'm always cordial with everybody, whether I like you or not. I'm not one of the people who, I'm just not naturally nasty or mean. I do like to cuss though. And we are not on good terms. We'll never be on good terms. We are cordial. But when I tell you, if my sister ever called me or FaceTimed me to let me know that a man beat her, taking his side would be the least of everybody's worries. The way they would have to peel me up off of that person, and then the way I would try to take out his whole family tree from the oldest to the youngest, including all the animals. Like, cause let me tell you something. If you're going to unalive one, you might as well unalive 50. And I'm gonna go for I'm gonna go for the 50. You know, I could not imagine. Even if you stop, even if there's no bruise, even if I just know you did it, I'm getting pissed thinking about it. Like, I could not imagine that y'all are like, her family is sitting there like, oh well, but you did this in the past, we're gonna spread.
That's just terrible behavior.
Y'all, this is some new type stuff. But again, my sister, my favorite person, though she's probably one of my least favorite people in the world. But if a man, I don't care if it's a woman, ever put their hands on her, it's up it's up on you and your entire family, toddlers and all, everybody getting kicked in the chest. I'm gonna let it go. All right, let me go back to my regular schedule program. I just left Yardbird looking for some backyard furniture. All right.
Okay, so we've seen exactly what people have to say about the situation. Now, for those who don't know the intensity of what her sisters did and what her mother did, please check the other video. You'll be able to understand exactly why a lot of people are kind of annoyed with the sisters and the mother of the lady. So please check the other video, check the description box, check the comment section. You would see it linked there. In that video, I also talked about how I was very disappointed in her younger sisters because she is the second born. She has an older sister. She has two others after her. And one of the things that happened before she left for the trip that triggered the ex-boyfriend was that they were supposed to actually go on a trip. She went with her mother, but she was supposed to go with her mother and I think the third sister, but the third sister could not afford to go, and she was expecting her, I believe she was expecting her to take care of it, and she was like, she cannot take care of it. And even the ex-boyfriend that hit her and everything was angry that she refused to pay for him to go on a trip and also refused to use a car for him to get a loan that he used to sponsor himself to go on a trip, go on that trip to Ibiza, Spain. Now, in that video, like I said, I was really angry with the sisters. I was angry with the mother because it's just horrible behavior for you to see your sister like that and you take the side of the person that caused her to be like that because of she did not take you to Ibiza, she didn't pay for you to go to Ibiza. Meanwhile, she said in some of the videos where she was explaining the whole situation that she had paid for them to go to Paris. She has taken them to Paris, Amsterdam. She has taken them to Russia. She has taken them to Russia. That she has allowed them to be driving her car. That sometimes they stay with her. She has done a lot for them. Just because she refused to take care of this last trip, they would now started leaving messages of support for the person that put her in that situation. And her mother taking their side, it was something that I said that I was disappointed in. She said that she was sending people to attack the sisters. Meanwhile, the sisters were the ones that went to the ex-boyfriend's page and were leaving messages of support for someone that almost unalived your sister. And that one, because he felt like, oh, the sisters are supporting me, decided to expose them and reposted it on his page, and people saw it and asked her, what is going on? Why are your sisters supporting the person that hit you? And then she came to explain what was going on, and the mother was saying, why are you bringing a business? I think that a good person, a good mother, a good parent, would have gone to find out what exactly happened, would have even listened to her, that what happened, why are you showing these messages? And when she says this is what the girls did, she's supposed to have attacked them, she's supposed to have called them out on their behavior, but instead she was calling out the girl. Now, in that video, I was saying that a lot of the issues that she might be having is because younger sisters feel entitled, and they are also jealous. They feel entitled to her money. They feel entitled to everything that she has, and they're jealous of the fact that she is a content creator that is probably getting brand deals and able to afford the lifestyle that she has, and they are struggling to get to that point, because she mentioned that the sisters were trying to be content creators, and she has been trying to work with them. She has been working with them to get their pages up. There was something that happened. I think there was a screenshot that she put up of the sister showing how much people have checked her page and how she was appreciative because she was trying to capitalize on the whole situation that's happened with Brianna. And I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And I'm happy that a lot of people were thinking the same thing that I was thinking about, especially with the girls, with her younger sister and the mother. Now, I also talked about the security in the other video. I hope they really get penalized or fined, because you did not have any responsibility towards the ex-boyfriend. The person that is on the list, the person that owns the house or owns the apartment, was Brianna, and you were more loyal to the ex-boyfriend and allowing him to go to places that he doesn't have any authority to go to. And I'm glad that people saw that that is also an issue. Now, again, I was mentioning that the first sign of DV, the first sign of abuse, should be reported. And personally, I've said it in several of my videos that once somebody just tries to hit me, I'm out. And this is because I've lived through that experience through my mom's experience. And in previous video, I've explained how my main parent was very, very abusive, like physically, emotionally, all kinds of ways, financially. And I vowed that I would never be in that kind of situation. So I'm not someone that would say or try to excuse someone if they just hit me. I'm like, once you try it, I'm out. And I'm going out fighting. I'm not going to just go out and say, oh, I'm not doing it. No, I will get my lick back. Any which way I can get it, I will get my lick back. No one will touch me and get away with it. And that's my own personal decision, and that's the way I operate. Reporting to the police, you can be sure that I can do that kind of thing. I will give you a police record. I will give you a criminal record if you try it. Some people will try an excuse. Oh, he was this, he was that. Maybe I was the one that caused it. It's not me. I'm not giving any kind of excuse. You cannot touch me and get away with it. I saw too much of that growing up, and it will never be me if I have my way. So personally, I'm not a fan of that. I'm not a fan of excusing anybody if they are abusive. And I agree with what he said. Maybe if people start reporting to the police when it happens and not try to excuse it, not try to cover it up, not try to hide from it, maybe some people have enough sense to know that you don't hit people to the level of getting a black eye. And anyway, from recent videos, she looks like she's getting better. Before, she left the apartment because she didn't feel safe, especially with the security that was acting up. She was in a hotel, but now she's back to her house and she's trying to get her life back together. Like I said, I will leave a link to her page, the videos in the description box and in the comment section, so that you can go and get more updates on our situation. But that is my thought about this whole situation. I would love to hear what you think about it. Do you think our mother and our sisters were right to take the side of the abuser? Or do you think that that was a nasty behavior? Do you agree with people who were calling the sisters and the mother out for taking the side of the person that tried to unalive their daughter and sister. I would love to hear what you think about everything. So please leave your comments in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.